I never thought I'd enjoy a game about farming since the closest I've been to agriculture is accidentally growing mold on my bread. But after playing Stardew Valley, I have a newfound appreciation for the art of virtual crop rotation. Although this isn't your normal Stardew Valley video, there will be spooky monsters, obscene amounts of absurdity, and there will be lots of death. I've compiled a massive mod list, which in fact I won't be spoiling. However, let's just say one of them makes me struggle to get to sleep. Have I tried melatonin? No, because this jerk won't sell them. So brace yourselves, digital farmers, because we're about to dive into my experience with the Stardew Valley Purgatory. Now, according to a popular game theory, Joja Corporation is behind the purgatorial setting of the game. The evidence? A creepy skeleton appearing at the desk that some may believe might be the player themselves. Have we died at Joja? Are we searching for the meaning of life? Let's find out. I've documented the following journey of Oliver Dinklebottom, a young, enthusiastic farmer who believes he's going off to start a new life in Stardew Valley. And spoilers, Oliver doesn't marry Abigail during this journey. I'm sorry, fellas. I really am. The following gameplay you're about to see has definitely not been altered in any way, okay? Other than to provide comedic relief. This is a literal and practically contextual account of what happens to those who embark on the farming life in Stardew Valley. Our story starts with our grandfather's passing. Wait a minute.
Damn it, I hate these new stairs!
Can you believe it? Grandpa's will has finally came through and I was ecstatic to learn that I'd be inheriting a bunch of Vegas casino slot machines. But no. Grandpa had other plans for me. Instead of hitting the jackpot, I got handed a farm in Stardew Valley. I mean, what the cluck? Let's hope I don't end up milking the wrong end of the cow. So our journey begins. The farm sends us their only bus in the entirety of the valley. I toss my backpack in, sit down, and we're simply off. The bus driver is a grizzled, middle-aged man, and he starts to mumble. His speech is rough, and he starts to grumble. Who am I kidding? This man doesn't even talk. I mean, come on, we don't even know this bloke's name. His name is David. David, the bus driver. We come to a stop and I stumble out of the bus. Then suddenly David just drives off with my backpack still in the back. I mean, what the hell? My only option now is to find the mayor of this town and file a complaint. Instead, however, my quest was interrupted by a familiar figure blocking my path. It was Robin Hood. As we walked, we talked, and Robin began rhapsodizing about the various tools in her arsenal. She honestly wouldn't shut up about them, and it was driving me bonkers. The more she spoke, the more I became convinced on the kinds of mischief Robin might just get into if left alone with her tools. Finally, some authority. Mayor Lewis, a man that needs no introduction, a authoritarian ruler of Pelican Town, a man driven by absolute power. Before I even finish my first task, Mayor Lewis is all over me like a drill sergeant, and not a good one.
Do you suck dicks?
Despite being dressed like a normal citizen in a plaid shirt and jeans, this dude really knows how to put you to work. But here is where things get a little interesting. Did I mention the fact that we should have arrived in Pelican Town on the 27th of winter? Well, guess what? Not a single frickin' snowflake in sight. A total winter wipeout. It wasn't the 28th, it was the elusive winter zero. We tuck ourselves in for the night, excited for just that extra day to see white stuff, only to wake up to spring first. See, this is where the plot thickens, and we'll need to start digging a lot deeper to find out what the hell is going on with this town. A few days have gone by and I found myself experiencing a few restless nights. Perhaps it was just the adjustment period as I grew accustomed to being the talk of the town. The first few days I started slowly cleaning up the farm and also trying my hardest to dash around and meet and greet all the townsfolk.
What the f***?
I can't believe I've been given a quest to meet people, honestly. I mean, I'm already terribly awkward enough as it is. It was all going well until I came across Haley. Yeah, in which she said I smelt like old money. Nothing happened. Okay, nothing happened. Anyway, I got my first letter from Pierre and he said to stop by today. So I made my way down since I finally gained the courage to have yet another conversation with him. Closed on a Wednesday? Why must it be closed on a Wednesday? Was Pierre secretly moonlighting as a crack dealer? I mean, he did have that shifty look in his eyes. Since Pierre's is closed and now we're behind yet another day, I idled in the streets of the valley, pondering and constantly being harassed by townsfolk and them not knowing we met just a few days prior. There's something seriously wrong here. Why are people forgetting they met me? Why are there employees working at Jojo who don't even reside in Pelican Town? Where do they commute from? Why was there a skeleton at my desk? Oh man, oh god, is that me? All these questions, so little time. Well, actually, heaps of time. As you can see with the length of this video, we have heaps of time to plan an escape. As I begin to become more acquainted with the other residents of Pelican Town, I curse under my breath for not being able to find a single normal person. But at this point, I'm nearing hysteria. How the hell does this arsehole even know my name? Unless, holy shit, it suddenly penetrates my monkey brain. They're all in on it. David, the bus driver that took off with my backpack, being forced to talk to Pierre almost every single day, the state of my assigned farmhouse. It's all one big conspiracy. I'm trapped here, and I'm alone. What the f? It was like waking up and being the first awake during a sleepover. I was a day early to a place I shouldn't even be at, talking to a man that said he'll be keeping an eye on me when he's missing one himself. I said I was alone, but maybe I'm not this time round. The tree marijuana hit me so hard I was pushed back an extra business day. Confuddled with what had just occurred, we were also greeted with a cryptic message to escape. It's time we start spelunking. The wizard had given us an opportunity to escape a situation so unbearable I knew I needed to get out of this wretched place. The spelunky has started and we began laying out all sorts of cave bugs. The only thing that worries us now is the energy. We'll have to find cave food such as carrots in order to survive and replenish our energy. We also managed to snag the backpack upgrade just before we left. How, you ask? Well, it all happened 24 hours ago. I was attempting to borrow 2,000 gold, but accidentally fat-fingered and put an extra 0. I now officially owe Mayor Lewis 20,000 gold in the span of 7 days with 25% interest. There's nothing quite like finding the hole on your first go. Welcome to Caves 120. We were tasked to dig deeper, but I wasn't digging to China. Luckily, I brought along some freshly picked parsnips for our journey, as bugs started to become a threat, especially crabs.
Are you serious?
We also found green algae on the way to feast on. Nothing like fresh seafood. Copper ore was a necessity if we wanted to make some quick cash. I was lucky enough to find heaps during the expedition, and our first chest gave us a pretty dull reward.
Smelly boots? Seriously?
As the night progressed, it slipped past midnight. It was growing late, but at that point, it was truly the time gamers thrive.
Now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
As I became more adept at venturing through the mines and consuming copious amounts of green algae, I encountered a sudden onslaught of killer flies that made it clear I needed a better weapon. Not only 5 minutes later, I was rewarded a silver sword for my efforts. Talk about manifestation.
Wait, why is it day 6?
It had been 2 days since we first entered the caves. The time came to sell our precious cargo to Clint. I found the shop door unlocked, and to my surprise, Clint was peacefully dozing off, despite it being 3:20 p.m. in the afternoon. It left me bewildered. I stormed out, yearning for a cold beverage, and headed to the bar. Only for the cash register to be left idle, I grab $1,000 from it whilst Gaza also has a nap. It was finally time to rest our eyes and have a cheeky sleep ourselves. The day tallied up nicely with a total of 1,500 gold, despite having to do a loan repayment of 3,500. But money wasn't the only issue. A virus never before encountered by its inhabitants is sweeping through Pelican Town. Whilst we were battling our way through the caves, the townspeople fell ill. Fear and uncertainty loom over Pelican Town as the community face an unprecedented challenge. And with everyone bedridden, this attracted organized crime.
We have to fix up the loan repayments.
Days passed without any human contact as we navigated the deserted streets of Pelican Town, snatching anything we could get our grubby hands on. Instead of seeking help or offering support, we succumbed to stealing from empty stores and profiting from selling stolen goods.
Potatoes.
With each successful heist, our farmland began to flourish with upgrades. Was this the beginning of the end of Pelican Town? No, it wasn't. It was a glitch in the system. Mayor Lewis, unaware of our illicit activities, sought to apologize for the glitches in the town system. But preoccupied with our criminal pursuits, we pay little attention to his approach. Soon enough, the mayor made it to my estate, and they thought they had the audacity to search through my shipping bin to look what I had to offer. I left Haley in the shipping bin. We were in big trouble. Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a room, a white room with nothing but a bed, and nothing but a bed makes me crazy. I was crazy once. They locked me in a room, a white room with nothing but a bed, and nothing but a bed makes me crazy. I was banished to the naughty corner for 7 days. 7 days of my life wasted, and what's worse, it coincided with the Egg Festival. All I wanted to do was show off and dominate at the festival, and Christ, I couldn't even egg people on. Life in Pelican Town never stops, and today is Pam's birthday. A chance to redeem myself with the local folk, I stopped by and gift Pam a few bottles of stolen liqueur from Joja. At this point, I'm throwing away evidence. Whilst Pam thanked me for the gift, she casually dropped the bombshell, "You know I can drive the bus." Drive the bus? Out of all the people in Pelican Town who can handle a bus, Pam, the self-proclaimed town drunk, is somehow the designated driver? I continue to mend the situation with the other townsfolk.
I'll put you through this furnace. You hear me? I will put you through.
Especially Mayor Lewis after he discovered bones in my shipping bin. I decided to pay him a visit at his residence as I entered without knocking. There he was, standing motionless, staring at a singular coffee mug. I wondered if our relationship would ever be the same, if he would forgive me for my transgressions. Yes, he would. He's now conversing with me like nothing ever happened. Still in the same clothes, still the same age. Time stands still for everyone. Townsfolk remain fixed. It feels like we're trapped in a time loop, repeating the same routines day after day. I can't escape the feeling that I'm somehow becoming aware of this artificial world, as if I'm slowly breaking the fourth wall. I position myself under a nearby ranch and start swinging aggressively until I perform an out-of-bounds maneuver. Maybe this is the break I've been looking for, a glimpse behind the curtain. As I find myself in this strange, unfamiliar space, I notice that I'm walking on water. Despite the impossibility of it all, the world around me seems surprisingly normal. It's as I'm treading on a painting firmly fixed to the ground. Was this another one of those silly editing transitions, or had we accidentally stumbled upon our long-awaited vacation to Hawaii? Was this another trap, you say? Yes, it was. But despite all of that, we were broke once again and our money was caught in the waves. At least we paid our 20k debt off before our bon voyage. To add insult to injury, I found myself clutching a state-of-the-art training rod, which seemed to have been crafted by someone who'd never actually been fishing. Willie is never home, so I never upgraded, but I'm glad I sneaked this tent into my bag, courtesy of Pierre's reasonable pricing. The first few hours we started fishing nothing but seaweed, and I couldn't even smoke it. Fishing started to come naturally to me, and too bad I was stuck with this training rod built for console players. Desperation often brings out the artist in us, or so I thought as I etched "send help" into the sand, struggling to fit those two words onto the island. Day turned into night, and night turned into more fishing. Seriously, we fished as if our lives depended on it. And by now, our chest resembled a fridge of a single man in his late 30s. We managed to get another cozy night's sleep for a full day of fishing tomorrow. I was just fishing like a madman. Fish, 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 fish. As I fished some more, I spotted a familiar face. It was Elliot, and at this point, I needed to grab their attention fast. I typed frantically, "Hey," and "help me" across the waves, but instead of dashing to my rescue, he gave me a casual nod and started wobbling back to his waterfront mansion. Clearly he has a massive stick up his ass and we're gonna die on this island alone. Night fell again and it hit me like a mackerel to the face. The Flower Dance Festival was about to bloom and I was stuck listening to it from afar. I tried everything in my power to escape and thought about giving up and trekking into the woods. Why hadn't I thought of this earlier? Here I was, thrust into a secret forest with slimes, to which I began dispatching one by one. On my way, I encountered a statue. As if awakened by my presence, their stone lips parted and words came out.
Look, buddy, aren't we all? Oh, you're being serious? I can't poison the governor. Everybody will hate me. What do you expect me to do?
All right, pause. This is getting too far-fetched now. I've managed to walk on water, endured a week confined in a room with only a bed. Christ, I even drunk tree marijuana, and even somehow managed to miss both spring festivals. To top it all off, Haley is now a pile of bones, and the local blacksmith has gone missing. None of these occurrences align with the events of the game. It's all fabricated. I'm one big fraud. Oh god, is that too much fourth wall? Have I gone fifth wall? Yeah, okay, it is. All right, let's continue. At long last, we were released from that godforsaken island. As I began catching up on my emails, I had a message from Willie in regards to a new deluxe fishing rod. Willie's package came late. Regrettably, not only did we miss the California Girls Flower Dance, but also tomorrow is Pierre's birthday. Great. Taking matters into my own hands, I reconstructed the plank to the island where it all began. Am I the only one that works around here? Next thing I know, I spot a mariner snuggled up on my island. Where was this bloke 5 minutes ago? How am I going to offload this abundance of fish? Willie's was closed again and Morris was raving on about his California girls routine. Oh, and don't get me started on that Joja checkout chick, displaying no interest in my fish or giving me her number. Clearly, there was only one sensible course of action. Gift all the fish to Pierre for his birthday. The gesture was met with immense appreciation, so much so that I went that extra mile and climbed atop his roof to drop them down his chimney. Truly a day of efficiency. It's summertime, bitches! I can't believe it's summertime already and now I'm tasked to do something unbearable. You laugh now. I was tasked to venture back into the mines, descending beyond level 20 to obtain and acquire something tasty. Was it bug meat? No. Shrooms. Red mushrooms. By acquiring red mushrooms, we could fulfill the stone figure's request. But it was going to be difficult because red mushrooms were hard to find, is what an amateur would say. Our only remaining task was to make the journey back home, having concluded a victorious day in the mines. As we returned, it became clear that we now had to start preparations for the upcoming festival.
What is that? What? Okay, we're going back inside. Who's there? Who's there?
So I now rock an eye patch after last night, and no, it wasn't because I caught all those fish. Oh, and Abigail is nowhere to be found. I had a short conversation with her parents, and they appeared to be quite distressed. So I started praying for her safety. The next festival was the long-awaited luau, a special occasion where townsfolk contribute food to a communal pot and let the governor have a cheeky taste. My item of choice this year is the red mushroom, of course.
Delightfully devilish, Seymour.
But enough screwing around, let's go check out this earthquake that opened a new area for us to explore, or maybe even escape from.
God damn it! It's a loop!
It looks like they've now provided us with a communal spa. How inviting. I wonder what door I should choose. W or F? I drop everything besides me undies and immerse myself in the spa experience. It's a welcome respite, allowing us to retreat and unclutter our thoughts to prepare for our next mission.
It's bloody nice in here. So relaxing.
Life could be a dream. Life could be a dream. Shaboom. Life could be a dream. If I could take you up in paradise up above. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love. Life could be a dream. Sweetheart, I love.
Oh, I must have dozed off for an entire week.
Again, I started to casually walk out despite the fact that I had 2 in-game hours to get to the luau before it was over. What the hell is going on? After my bear pulled off a disappearing act, it was a mad dash on foot to make it to the luau festival. Panic had me in a headlock as I raced through the valley streets,
Shit.
praying that Mayor Lewis wasn't trigger happy with the starting horn.
I can't believe we made it.
Our target was inches away from us, the governor eyeing off his communal potluck, not knowing it will be his last. Arranged before us was a tempting array of yummy dishes, but our mission went beyond indulging in a feast. With heavy steps, I approached the communal pot, discreetly dropping the red mushroom into the mix. I'm glad I can blame Sebastian if all goes south. My presence should go unnoticed while I'm concealed behind these blossoms, as the governor goes for his last supper.
How did he know? That's bullshit. here, quick!
Call it outdoor ice skating or a midsummer hike, we made a hasty exit without a second thought. At long last, freedom was within reach. Could this mark the final chapter for Oliver? What lay ahead on his adventure? Fleeing the farm life wasn't easy, but after all, there wasn't any farming to it. We floated for a while until we hit a forbidden wasteland, the desert,
Ooh, I can finally feel my feet on the ground.
in which we found solace at a nearby oasis. At this moment, I needed a little rest and decided to pop my head through the door. I was greeted by a not-so-familiar figure. It was Sandy, and she was the rightful owner of the oasis. Maybe we can hide out here for the time being.
You look just like the new farmer that Emily wrote to me about. What are you talking about? What new farmer? I have to go! What new farmer are you talking about? This is... no! Hey! 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 Wait, hey! Don't go in there, please! Oh, no, you can't! You can't do that! No, 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 no!